want to make sure we're live. Okay, we are live. I'm so sorry about that. That's a terrible way to touch it. Anyway, WWE just had its, I don't even know what number, Saturday night main event. They were out there in Salt Lake City and the Delta Center. We had 4 matches. We have 2 brand new champions. One of them is the cover. Yes, Jade Cargill has won the women's championship. We had a vacant world heavyweight championship, and CM Punk has won that as he defeated Jey Uso. And we had 2 other. This was actually almost like a night of champions because every match had a title on the line. And we also learned what is going to happen for John Cena's final match in December 13th in Washington. We're going to talk about all this. The Big Pop Theory podcast. We're an audio podcast, but we go live every now and then, and we talk about this thing called professional wrestling. We'll take down this lovely graphic. And you get to see the face of the host. I'm one of your hosts, the great grandson Poobah, and I'm joined with Rich Kings and Legend Number M. Gentlemen, how are you guys?
I'm pretty good. I completely forgot that. Look, Legend Number M is cool. I need to change my name real quick. But no, you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. I got to reintroduce you.
Mark Wynn. Yes, it's not your fault. I did that. I that's my own mistake. Give me a second.
Sure, we have Mark Wynn, but yes. As he works on that, as he does his pose and he flex, Rich King, how the heck are you?
I'm doing great. Can't complain. For the day, about it.
Oh, that's so great. I'm sorry because my cat knocked something down. I feel like that's just traditional cat behavior. He waited till I went on air to do this because other than that, he was asleep. Mark wins. You know, this was if I could pull the curtain back just a slight bit, I was expecting the show to just be me and Rich King. So when you hit me up just a few moments ago, I was like, yo, I saw the show. I went in. I have to ask, what was it that made you go like, I'm in?
Oh, well, like you had mentioned that the show, that Saturday night main event was going to be a thing. I wasn't sure that I was going to go to another party tonight, but after last night, I just stayed inside, and then that's when I remember. Oh yeah, that's right, the Saturday night main event. So I figured I'd watch it, and then I didn't know you was I didn't know if you were going to review it because I didn't get it. So, let me join in on this. That's why I called.
I love it. I look forward to talking about Saturday night main event. I gotta say, this was probably one of the better Saturday night main events. I'm not saying by any means this was a perfect show, but I did enjoy some of the elements here. I did enjoy, Jade Cargill getting the W here. I thought the Intercontinental Triple Threat was a very, very fun match. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the opener, which was the world. Well, I said world heavyweight. I'm sorry, the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes against Drew McIntyre. I think I said a lot, but I'll say it again. I wish they remove undisputed out of that name for the title because it just makes the other belt just seem so secondary, very much like it just seems so Player 2-esque. Because why would I even go for the World Heavyweight Championship when I hear that? I said that seems more prestigious if you ask me. And we had the main event, and we'll get to it all here. I hope I said this, but our good friend here, I'm pretty sure he just stopped by just to give a little quick support here. He says, "Good evening, brothers."
Crazy Joe. What's going on, Crazy Joe?
Crazy Joe. He says, "Please follow the Big Pop. Listen to this guy. This guy is 6'2". He's a pretty big guy. He's easy, he ain't nothing to mess with." And Jeffrey, it's funny, Jeffrey. Before we started the show, I did mention you. And I mentioned how we're trying to get back into the groove of reviewing some old school content. And with this month being Survivor Series, I remember you said Survivor Series 2001. So we're putting all this stuff into consideration. We've all picked a Survivor Series. We just got to figure out a date to talk about it. That's the only thing. I'm not sure why these boxes are square. I don't know what's going on. We're just gonna leave it like
this. I saw that too, and I was like, so first when I entered my name, I was like, it's yellow or gold, whatever they want to call it. And then I see it's a square. I was like, interesting. But
I gotta figure out what's going on here with the control. Because StreamYard, it does things, and sometimes I can't keep up. I mean, I'm getting to an age where as technology advances, Nope, not I. No, you know what, AI? Not I. That's me, not I. I'm proud of that joke, and I'm sitting on business. But let's open up with the show. Like I said, I took notes here. I was texting. I'm so proud of myself. I didn't have a fatal injury, so I was texting away to get notes. Like I said, they were in the Delta Center in Salt Lake City. They were there yesterday for SmackDown, and I thought the crowd was pretty into the show. Let's open up with this match. I'm interested. I'm going to start with Mark Windsor because you're not really big on Cody Rhodes, so I always look forward to hearing your thought. Yes, not Nelly's EI. Yeah, I was gonna say not I. Yeah, not Nelly's EI. That was funny. You know, it's funny. It's amazing. What year is this? Because no one talks about Nelly, and in 2025, hearing that name makes me. I think there's kids who have no idea who he is, and that kind of makes me sad. But I want to. Salt Lake City crowd. City is a boring crowd for me. What is it? I'm sorry. Crowd for
the most
part. Okay, I'm sorry. There was a little thing in the way. I thought there was some parts where they showed that they were alive, though. I mean, there were times where yes, they were sitting on their hands, no doubt. But I felt like there was moments like I had the TV up and because I was moving around a little bit, I got some eggnog. It's eggnog season, so I was very happy. And I was moving around, and I just felt like I heard the crowd a lot. So I don't know. I just thought there was times where they were alive. But this match is this match is pretty much it put everything against Cody Rhodes, right? It's if he gets DQ'd or he gets counted out, Drew McIntyre wins. And part of me was starting to begin to think that, hey, maybe Drew McIntyre does win here, actually. I mean, they've pretty much they found an out for Cody to drop the title. And me and Rich Kings were talking a little bit before the show. And, Rich Kings pointed out, hey, this was the right decision on having Cody retain. And part of me was like, I hear you, but I just felt like now what happens with Drew? Like, I think you could have extended the story a little bit more with Drew winning. And I don't know. I mean, in this, I just feel like I don't say Drew's a loser. I mean, it's not that. It's just like this guy lost so much that he have no business in this title picture ever again. So it makes me interested in seeing what Survivor Series look like. But there was a few things I did want to point out, some little elements here in the match. Drew McIntyre is such a dick. So he goes to Lillian Garcia and says, I want you to announce me as the new American Dream, because he wanted to get in Cody's head. And like you can hear him before Lillian even says it. And it's just so nasty because I'm like, why would you do that to this man? You know how he feels about his father. How dare you? But Drew McIntyre, he's a jerk. Matter of fact, I don't know if you guys see this. You got to follow him on Instagram or Twitter. His social media game is really on point. But there's a spot here. So Naomi's not Naomi's. I'm sorry, Jimmy's wife. Her whole thing, Naomi. Her whole thing was proceed with caution. There's a picture of him beating up her husband saying proceed with caution. And I just think that is so freaking great. Drew McIntyre never changed. But he does this. He tries to get in Cody's head. He's outside. He's trying to get Cody a count out because he's just like, come on, man. Come on, just come out here. He's trying to find all the cheap ways to beat Cody. There's a spot later in the match where he shoulder tackles him and he goes through a table. But Cody, with the heart of all 50 states, get up. He breaks the count. He gets up before the count of 9. And, they have a back and forth. And there's a moment where the ref is knocked down. There was a spot here. This was kind of weird to me. I don't know if this was on purpose or whatnot. But there was a spot where Cody was running towards the corner to get ready to do his what do you call it, his Cody cutter. His Cody cutter. But the ref got in the way. And I was like, ref, why are you in the way? Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to, I don't know. It just seemed odd to me. And then it looked like Cody hurt his ankle. Anyway, there's a spot where the ref goes out and Drew has the belt. He tries to hit Cody. The belt falls. Cody DDTs this man on the championship. And then I didn't peep this, but Rich King pointed out he smiled. He was like, and then hit him with the crossroads and pinned this man. I need someone to check on Drew McIntyre because I believe this man is crashing the fuck out right about now. This man is flipping shit over. He has to be annoyed at this point because it seemed like every time he's so close. He won the heavyweight championship last year, right? And what he held it for like 3 minutes, maybe less. I mean, this man has all the reason in the world to set something on fire, if you ask me. I'm talking 2003 Kane. But Mark wins. I don't know if I forgot anything in this match, but what was your thoughts about this match? And do you see this as a heel turn for one Cody Rhodes? I'm sorry, Cody Rhodes.
I don't. So I hadn't been following, and I just, like I said, watched this thing on a whim, a semi-whim. And when I heard that, it was if Cody Rhodes gets disqualified, he doesn't have championship. He doesn't have championship advantage. So if he gets disqualified, or if it's a timeout of a ring out, ring out, timeout, whatever the hell it's called.
A count out. Yes.
A count out. That's what it is. Yes. Sorry. I've been playing a lot of Virtua Fighter lately. But yes, he gets count out, DQ, he loses the belt. So I'm like, that's kind of sort of what happens when heels have the championship. What's going on here? I was confused. But the crowd is, still going, whoa. In any event, like I said, I have no idea what's going on.
That's fair.
But I'm watching this match, and so I guess you asked, is he going to turn heel anytime soon? I don't think so. I think it was just part of the storyline to make it a storyline, but I don't know, maybe because like you said, like Rich King said, he did have that little smile at the end when he hit him with the DDT on the whatchamacallit. But I don't know. And maybe it's the ideally.
Here we go.
It's the beginning of the return of the soul selling gimmick storyline thing. But even then, I don't even know if they should do it, or if they do it. If they do it, it should probably have Triple H involvement and not The Rock involvement, because granted they're both part of the board or whatever. They're both higher ups, and it should be a thing that trickles down to Triple H, because Triple H is more likely to be involved in TV time than The Rock at this point. But the match itself, I don't know how I feel about this match. And the reason why I don't know how I feel about this match is because there was something that bothered me about the match. And like I said, it could be my ignorance on the rules. So, for example, Cody, 2 times in this match, Cody coulda, woulda, shoulda got counted out. But he came back just in time. And both of those times, Drew McIntyre was fully alert. So my question is, if Cody Rhodes attempts to get into the ring and say, for example, Drew hits him with like a claymore, like as he's trying to get in, he hits him with a claymore, does that reset the time?
Yeah, because he's still part. Are you talking about like if he's like halfway in the ring?
Like, no, like let's say, for example, he's like coming into the ring. He's not even in the ring, but like he's coming, and then like there we go. He's like approaching the ring, and then he hits him like a claymore through like the bottom rope, and it hits him in his face like a drop kick, but it's a claymore because
no, that's a count out.
That would be
that would be a count out. Yeah.
All right, so that's what I'm. So that's what bothered me about this match, where it's like, yo, Drew, like just hit him with a claymore, please, and you just win the match. You win the match. You are the champion. You are the new undisputed champion, and you didn't do it twice. The first time, whatever. Maybe you're not paying attention. 2 times. So you mentioned something about the secondary championship. At this point, Drew needs to never go for an undisputed championship again. Because here's the thing about the undisputed championship. It's kind of sort of been that long-term championship where I don't think they're gonna like do a No. We can't have me, Booker. We can't do it. Not for WWE. Maybe for AEW. I think AEW would appreciate my booking more than WWE.
Why? Because it's chaotic.
It's chaotic. Yes.
I love because like when he said it, the way he put it, like, no, AEW will appreciate it, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure you've watched maybe a handful of AEW stuff, and here this guy just came up to the conclusion, like, yeah, AEW will appreciate it. Yeah, you know, they light people on fire over there and stuff. I'm pretty sure they would like that.
Yeah, like, because I my booking is not traditional, but.
Can I just say real quick? I don't want to cut you off. Just to give an idea of, so everyone has an idea of Mark's booking. Mark once suggested that Roman just retires the belt and go away. That was his whole idea, and honestly, to the point, it was such an idea. And I kid you not, he came up with this idea before that last 2K game. Like, to the point when the game came out, I said, Mark, are you getting royalties for this? Because like this is ridiculous. Literally his idea. Before that game came out, but carry on. I apologize for interrupting.
No, it's okay because I just realized I'm going a little long here. But overall, that match was okay. It was cool. It was 6-7. I do know what that term means now, so I'm going to use it because I really like it. Now that I know the versatility of that term, like I said, I'm going too long. A little 6-7. It's a little bit better than 6-7. I'll give it that. It was about a 7.5. I did enjoy the match. I was annoyed by Drew's lack of in-ring awareness, but hey. And now that I know that it was real in-ring awareness, it's like
probably would.
Yeah, Drew got problems. I don't know what to tell you. Like he's got that. He's like got that Batista effect.
Don't do that. I hate that. I hate that you did that. Krusty Rhodes. Yeah, I meant to say Cody, and I don't know why Krusty. And I'm assuming it's because I sometimes I'll stay up and I'll watch like that early 90s Simpsons, and those characters were just so I don't know, they have neutered those characters so much to what you call it. But yeah, Krusty. Yeah, I guess I was thinking about Krusty the Clown. That do you definitely know that's someone from New York, because that was funny. I heard that. That was totally to answer this question. I'm sorry about this, Jeffrey, because I saw you ask this. I want to say yeah. Forgive me. Like, I watch AEW, but like there are people who are way more intelligent when it comes to this. But I want to say yes, that was the stipulation. They did that in that match. So yes. Rich Kings, you've been sitting there patiently. What did you think about this match, and what's next for one Cody Rhodes?
All right, so I think what's next for Cody Rhodes is probably Brock Lesnar if he comes back.
Whoa.
That's what I think happens next for Cody Rhodes. I think we'll talk about that later on if my prediction does come true, but I think probably Brock Lesnar spin outs. Like, I'm looking at the current landscape. I don't know. I would just assume Brock Lesnar. So you kind of nailed all the highs and lows of this match, and my thing is, I just think with Cody Rhodes' character, they're just trying to find different layers for this character. And moment he would be like a menace, next moment he could be the super baby face, and the fans are probably going to eat it up, right? So, like, if you look at social media, like I was saying before, like people are like, yeah, we predicted this heel turn. I'm like, bro, he did. He just DDT'd somebody on a.
Don't you hate when that happens, bro? Like, nah, because he's on to something. Like, they'll be like, called it. Oh, okay, Mr. Meltzer. Okay.
And I think that's what I think. It got to a point that I enjoyed watching people just think they know what's going on all the time.
Oh yes,
but then and then the following week, like, where are those comments now? Like, I'll be the type of troll, like, hey, I thought you called this. What happened? I don't got that time of day. But this is the thing. I think with the code, I think I said before that this is the right move for Cody. If Drew McIntyre won the belt, Cody character, what are you going to do with them? Like, we already saw what happened. He didn't have the belt earlier this year with John Cena. I don't think what does a Drew McIntyre run to currently this current state? Like, who is he going to like? What is that going to do for us currently right now? Granted, he hasn't had a belt in over a year, and he's been doing fine. And his character is hot enough, but I don't think that even him with the title, I don't see a difference of him holding the title with him without the title. That's my point. And I don't know where he goes next, but he's great at being a troll, like you said. He could be a troll backstage, he could be a troll on camera, he could be a troll on social media, and that's where his character is the greatest at right now. But he's a better partner, I think. And like I said, if he beats Cody Rhodes, who's really like, it's like dethroning Roman Reigns at the time. Like, what do you do next? Like, who? If you beat that character, you should be on top of the world, and top of the world for a long time. And I don't see Drew McIntyre with that belt for more than 3 months. Transparently speaking.
Yeah. To be honest, I think even if he did win the championship, I don't see him going into Mania with it. Maybe Rumble tops, maybe. But I do agree with this because this is what I was going to say. Because when you said Brock, and Jeffrey beat me to it right here, but Randy's been in the I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. He's been in the shadows somewhere, just waiting. I mean,
granted, it was a year ago we saw that match, but I would say I don't know if that does anything current day, today. I'm not too sure that match that.
What, Randy against Cody?
Yeah, not right now.
Well, I think what you do is you turn Randy heel. I mean, I think Randy's been slowly just waiting to turn heel. I don't know how often you watch SmackDown, right? But like Jacob Fatu, he's been taken out. I think he's been out for the last 2 weeks or something like that. And everyone is going like, they're thinking it's supposed to look like it's Drew, but it's not Drew. Cody. Now it'd be surprising if it was Cody, but I don't see it that way because I just don't think they want to turn him yet. And hopefully they don't wait 20 years to turn him heel. They wait like how John Cena, and they wait towards the end where they're like, hey, you want to try that heel shit? Hope not. But they don't want to turn Cody heel right now. I don't believe that's what they want to do. Although I saw that documentary that you was telling me to check out the last show that we did, and you were saying, and they were teasing the idea of that. I love the illustration though of Cody Rhodes. He just crossrode John Cena and just looked lifeless and I said, who drew this? I don't know. It was so great. Like, it was fantastic.
Well, did you like it?
Did I like it?
Yeah.
It was okay. Like, I thought some of the things that Triple H was saying, like, like it was like, to me, it was just, how do I word this? I'm trying to find the word for it here. But it was like he was saying things, and I was like, that sound nice, but I still stand with the, like they had the moment, they had the booking, they had the moment, and they wanted to book it, but everything else not so much structure, and that was always kind of my issue. Like, it wasn't enough structure behind it, but it wasn't bad. I didn't get to see the other 3 episodes. There was an episode I heard about where, and one of them, I guess, is the one where Jay wins the Royal Rumble, and I've heard people. Yes,
I don't want to ruin it for you. I just watch if you had a chance.
No, please. I'll watch it, but please give your thoughts. I mean, without spoiling, if you don't.
I would say that you have to watch the whole thing to get the whole appreciation for the whole thing.
Okay, fair enough. See, we could be very civil. I know the last one we were all going at each other's throat, but I can also sit here and say I have no fireball in my system, so I'm a pretty calm guy. But I'm sorry. Jeffrey says he thinks it's Randy. I do think it's Randy too because I just see him turning heel. He also says he's been eyeing Cody title for a long. He has. There was one last year where Cody says, I don't know how I can make it up to you. And you just see Randy look at it. He said, you'll figure out a way. And he looked at that belt. He wants that championship gold. And I believe that he kicked Jacob in the mouth. Jacob, he took some time off because of some kind of thing with his mouth, teeth. I don't know the exact wording of everything. But he took some time off. But I believe Randy Orton kicked that man in so hard that his teeth came out. So I believe that. Plus, Nick Aldis asked Cody if he had anything to do with it. But the thing is, Cody could lie. I feel like they asked Rikishi today he had anything to do with Stone Cold, and he lied. I'm still trying to figure out how Mick Foley, a whole year later, he just goes, I looked at the cameras. A year later, I looked at the cameras. It was you, Rikishi. You took the key. But I was still, Austin was an idiot in that whole scenario because there's a spot where Triple H he asked Triple H, did you run me over? He said, I set you up, but I never ran you over. And I said, Austin, where's the follow-up question? And always upset me. He never had a follow-up question. I said, you know what? You deserved what you got. I'm sorry, because you just oh my God. That shit used to make me so mad. Because even as a kid, I said, where's the follow-up? I was always talking about a follow-up, and there was no follow-up. It was almost like Austin was okay with the answer. Why are you okay? But you're beating up the Hardys, you're beating up Jericho, you're beating up Too Cool. And how are you gonna beat up Too Cool? They ain't bothering anyone. They're just dancing. That was only like one of their fighting stance in SmackDown 2. One of them.
Well, in hindsight, maybe he knew Rikishi. That's why he beat up Too Cool.
Don't you defend this? No, don't you defend this. This is bullshit.
Since him, I'm gonna beat him up. Maybe that's what happened.
Triple H said, "You'll never see it coming. Never see it coming." Oh, that is so fucking great. I'm so sorry. I think we missed an opportunity reviewing that. And I thought it was funny too, because like Rikishi tried to run this man over again. And you know, I remember as a kid, right? I just want to say real quick, as a kid, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. And I said, if I was a wrestler, I'm going to WCW because it's a lot more safe than that fucking WWF, because people were getting ran over, lit on fire. It seemed like there's no rules. Although in WCW, the only thing that might have happened in WCW is you're going to get jumped by the NWO. But I'm like, I could kind of live after that. Being set on fire, it's like an 85% chance I might not make it. And then I see people getting ran over. I was like, oh, nah. My parents didn't raise no fool. Let's go to the next thing. We had I'm so sorry about the tantrum. I just wanted to get that off my chest. But we had Tiffany Stratton defending her women's championship against Jade Cargill. And it finally happened, guys. Tiffy time is over, and it is the era of Jade Cargill. I mean, look, they turned her heel 2 weeks ago. And I remember as I was watching this, I thought this was a great move. I think Jade is just better as a heel anyway. It just seems so natural for her. And I also said, if we're going with this heel turn, she has to win. Her not winning would be such a like it would be malpractice if they had to lose. That would be pathetic, you know. So she goes in here. She looks strong too. I mean, look, Tiffany Stratton goes in there with one leg. And Jade takes advantage. She showcased her power. And now it wasn't completely one-sided, but Tiffany probably got, I mean, you're better at numbers than me, Mark. How much percentage you think Tiffany got in here? What would be the percentage of attacks that she got in?
I'd say about like 30, 40. Like she got a little offense in there. She did. I'll give her that.
Yeah, no, she did. But Jade Cargill, I mean, and at the end, power bombing her 3 times, then hitting the Jaded. I thought this was a pretty solid match. I thought like this wasn't match of the night for me by any means, but I'm just happy for Jade. I mean, you know, I can see people online now asking like, is Jade ready? And I say this is where the test starts now for her. Is she ready for this position? And I mean, some of the stuff that I've seen from Jade, I mean, she knows the basics. She seems comfortable. And I don't know if you saw the scar on her eye, but the scar on her eye just adds the heel turn like completely. It gives like I'm going to give this to Mark because he's such a Street Fighter guy. But like, I remember when they redesigned, because, okay, in Street Fighter, I remember Evil Ryu, and I knew he was evil because his outfit was black, which is, I was like, okay. But in Street Fighter 4, they gave him like a hole in his chest.
A hole in his chest, yes.
Yeah, that demonstrated that this guy is bad. Like if I saw him across the street, I wouldn't walk down that alley. But and look, and also too, I want to highlight what Jeffrey's saying. He's our fourth. That's Jade Cargill. Okay, Jade Cargill. That's her name. Jade Cargill. Thank you, Jeffrey, for the correction there. Those power bombs remind me of Brock Lesnar. No, you know what? Brock Lesnar shit used to look rough. Look at that one he did with Spike Dudley. It was the night after WrestleMania 18. And he powerbombed. Justin's smiling because, like, you remember, he would powerbomb people. He would never let go. He would hit them like 1, 2, and then he would a spinning one, and then boom, that was like the third. And he would KO people. Like there was a time he wouldn't pin people. He would just KO you. Like the ref would be like, "Oh shit," and he would stop and ring the bell. Oh man, that Brock Lesnar was just. But that look at the power bombs he did with Spike Dudley. I listened to an interview he had with Chris Van Vliet. Always a great time listening to anything with Chris Van Vliet. And he said he actually tapped, telling Brock like, "Yeah, that's enough," because the power bombs he actually felt like, I don't know if he said sick or whatever, but those are rough. But Jade Cargill's power bombs, it made me go, man, if Scott Norton back in the day, Kevin Nash was doing stuff like this in matches, these matches would have been over much quicker. But Jade Cargill is champ. What's next here is I don't know when Bianca is returning. It looked like they're definitely going to be having her champion and wait and set it up. But I guess my question to you, gentlemen, would be, I mean, obviously I don't know if anyone knows when Bianca is going to be medically clear. I mean, she's been out since Mania. It's crazy to think that, right? But like, do you wait at Mania to pull the trigger, or if you have Bianca ready and she's ready, let's say like this week, do we put it at Survivor Series? There's no pay-per-view at the end, Royal Rumble. Like, what are we thinking here? So, okay, Rich Kings, he's shaking his head here. I have to ask these questions, but please take the floor on your thoughts about this and what's the direction here you think is happening.
All right, so first off, I love Jade Cargill. So, so I'm thinking about because I thought about this the whole time while we were talking, and I was thinking about Scar from Lion King, and she was off a little bit, and a part of our favorite Disney song was "Be Prepared," right?
Yes.
So and there's a part where Scar says meticulous planning. So there was some meticulous planning on Jade's part of coming back. I'll help you fend off these people, Tiff, and I'm gonna turn on you. Then I'm gonna take your belt, and it was such. Like, I enjoyed every moment of this match. It was just domination. I loved it for her.
It was. Mm-hmm.
I just think what she used to add into the theme song was some hyenas laughing. When it's perfect. Like, it's great planning. So I do think that when it comes down to Bianca Belair, she's right now going to get each other right now. It's such a big thing and a big part of the story. And I just think that's worth a meeting or something like that. And for Bianca just to come in and I love it. Just skip the line. Like, I'm back. Here I am. I'm on a title match right now. It's like, okay, but War Games is coming up, Survivor Series, and I like this thing. Like, this is a big 4 pay-per-view type of field match. So I wouldn't wait. Maybe she wins Elimination Chamber. I don't want to give her a Royal Rumble because you already won it already. Maybe give somebody else a chance to go get that Raw belt. But I do think that I would save it to WrestleMania or even the Royal Rumble, worst case scenario. But I do that it needs to be on a pay-per-view where everybody can see and then go from there. Because that's kind of sad. Bianca, you just come back and there's no way she should beat Jade already. Like, what is that?
I hope I wasn't coming off like that's the plan.
No. I think if she comes, it will be one like some kind of suspense.
Hey.
Yeah. So if she did come, it was some kind of suspense. So you don't want it to be like, you're like it should not be booked like a Sasha Banks. Your first out of defense lost. Like we should not be doing.
That. I totally 100% agree. I believe Tiffany's going to get a rematch though. And I guess what I'm trying to say is like what's out after the Tiffany bubble. I was hoping that I elaborated that enough.
No, yeah, Bianca. No, it's
yeah.
Around right now, like feel like the mission. What's the Meechins and put those little rats in there. Hey, take a chance and lose. So like I do think that feed her some weaker meat
all the time.
Yeah, and then go get some of the big dogs.
Yeah, and one of the things I thought was
Nia Jax, and I love me some Nia Jax, but I do not want to see Nia Jax.
I don't think Nia Jax should be in the picture anymore. And my thing too is I hope that with this run here is that so here's the thing. I think Tiffany is very, very talented. I don't want to take away anything from her. I also just personally feel like she's better as a heel. I don't know. The babyface stuff just kind of worked for me. But one of the things that was always a problem with me with her being the champion was they didn't give her nobody. I mean, she fought Nia Jax like 3-4 times. I think pretty much the thing was Nia Jax, Jade, and Charlotte. I feel like that was the sum up of her whole. And I do because I took these notes and I want to make sure that
Trish Stratus.
And you know what? I'm so sorry I didn't say that. And thank you for saying that. And Trish Stratus. Oh no, I didn't write
the Rhodes who's available. A lot of the other women talent, they're all Raw. Like Asuka's on Raw, like Rhea's on Raw. You got Roxanne Perez. They even threw Roxanne Perez on Raw. The other her teammates are Raw. You got Julia as the United States champion. Like you don't like who is she really going to face on SmackDown? Seriously, right? Chelsea Green. Me too.
And I think that's where and I think that's where you know what they could do. So obviously, one of the things they can do is bring up someone from NXT, right? Or you can even have a. I don't necessarily have to say every. So on SmackDown, there's Mark. I think you would actually like this guy. I do recommend watch a Dragunov match because I do personally believe you would like his style. Like I really do. But he has something called the U.S. Open Challenge. Now I'm not saying Jade Cargill should have an open challenge like that.
He has that, or did he get that from Sami Zayn?
Oh, did Sami Zayn get that from John Cena? John Cena.
Oh yeah, it's a thief after thief after thief.
Yeah, they're just all stealing from each other. A bunch of thieves, right? Like a thief in the night. Yeah. I won't let you win. I'm sorry, that's such a great song. Fatal Influence, by the way. What was I gonna say? But I was saying maybe she can have some kind of one day, but like, have like an open challenge one day and not make it an actual thing, but just one night and have someone from NXT and they have a showing or something like that. I'm just saying, do something different. And I hope that they do take some chances here with her being champion and just don't play it because I think that's one of the things. So I tell people a lot, like, I don't mind Triple H's booking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Am I not entertaining you more?
Nah, I woke up unnecessarily early today and I didn't take a nap. That's all.
Cool. You too? Okay, so we could all agree that naps are fantastic, and there's also an agreement that we're all in our late 30s because I love me a nap. I take me a nap before I do stuff. I took a nap just before I went to sleep, but because you got to prepare for it. But I was saying, like, I do, because sometimes I hear people in the criticism for Triple H, and rightfully so for some of the things. But I said there's things I like and things I don't like, and one of the things I don't like sometimes is that he just don't take chances. Like he won't do this or won't do that. He'll just play it like very, very safe. Why not try this and see what happens? Because you might have something here. So that's why I'm hoping for Jade as champ. I don't know. I gave you the floor here for the stuff with Jade. Mark, did you take the floor here?
I did not, but I do have a couple of thoughts.
Okay.
So
I just want to highlight this go.
No timetable.
I'm sorry, I just want to highlight that, but go ahead. No, please finish your thought.
So as strong and dominant as they made Jade look, there's a part of me that thinks that they also protected Tiffany Stratton because
they did.
Are we really trying to say that Jade can't beat Tiffany without a prior injury? Well, prior injury. Like, I don't know how I feel about that because Jade Cargill, and it's like, what's going on here? But overall, the match was cool. Tiffany got a little bit of offense in, so listen, it's still Tiffy time, and Jade is like, no, it's not. We're really ending it. Time is up. It's Saturday main event. We told you this. I'm happy for Jade. I'm glad that she finally got the title. It's about damn time. I'm also wondering here's a question I have. Does Jade go heel if Naomi's still here?
Ooh.
Well, yeah, because Naomi was already on Raw, right? So I do think that having them both be heels is great. Like, you don't know which way to come, right? So I feel if Naomi's still on Raw doing her thing, and you got Jade on SmackDown doing her thing, what's the problem? Now, there's
I just didn't know. Okay, that makes sense.
That's a little three-way, right? So, say Naomi's still the champion by the time Rumble comes. Say Jade's still the champion Rumble comes. Let's win this Royal Rumble. Now, what you're gonna do? Now, I think that would have been more interesting. But
that's a good point. I do like that idea a lot. I do like that because she's like, what do you do? Right. What do you do here? I do like that idea a lot. And I do agree with what Rich King said 100%. I do, with Naomi being on Raw, it doesn't affect the thing. I think it would have been weird if they were both on the same brand. And they're both heels. That would have been odd. So, yeah, I totally 100% agree here. And I'm glad Jeffrey, because I thought I wrote this down, but I didn't. So thank you. But it ends at 302 days. And this was her fifth title defense. Her fifth title defense.
That was a very long run.
It was. That was quite the run.
Yeah, it's 2 months away from a year.
It was such a run that Steve Rogers said, on your left. I could not resist that one so much. I'm proud of that. Jeffrey asked this question. I'm sorry, I wanted to highlight this, but I wanted you gentlemen to finish. But asked, Jay could get a mouthpiece too, but who? And there's not a whole
Heyman.
But see, that's the thing. I mean, honestly, we are hoeing the hell out of Paul Heyman.
Yes,
like,
we are, and I don't care.
Okay, pimp. Okay, big pimp. We got a pimp up in the house. You heard this man? He said, "I don't care. Go back in them streets. I ain't done."
No, but I say Paul Heyman because off the top of my head, that is the mouthpiece, and to my knowledge, he doesn't have a female client right now, so it would be cool for him to have a female client if he had a female client.
Paul Heyman girl. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not, but at the same time, I don't know if he's the best. Like I said, it was just the top of my head.
No, he is the best. He's just not a magician. But go ahead, Rich King, please. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Heyman is the best, but I'm gonna go outside. If we really try to build Jade Cargill as, this is it. Mm-hmm. The name that should be a mouthpiece and is excellent on mic is Stephanie McMahon. When she
that is good.
But Evolution, that her presence felt, and this is what she created. She just came out like, I'm just gonna be a mouthpiece and do something like that. It's gonna be amazing. I don't want to see a Vicky Guerrero. She's gonna ruin it for me. I'm like, have her lose a bit.
Hell no.
To have some standpoint that's a great on the mic and presence, and then it come over I'm in charge kind of feel too. It'll be Stephanie McMahon.
So I like the Stephanie McMahon idea. I do. I really do. But I got two names for me. One is just for, I don't know, it's something interesting about it, but hear me out. One would be, and I'm not saying he's he's a manager. He's not known for being the manager. He's known for being the world's strongest man. And there's a connection there between, because he's one of the reasons why. Or is that Bianca? I thought he had something to do with it, but maybe not. But I just think there's something there with Mark Henry. He's the world's strongest man. Jade, she's the world's strongest person. But no, also, I just think there was something there. And I thought there was a connection, but I could be totally off with that. But I'm going to still stick with Mark Henry. And the other one I'm going to say is Uncle Book, because that man will hype her up. Oh, yeah. Quack, quack. Yeah. What, Booker T? Listen, he got Stephanie McCurr over. If you listen when she does the devil's kiss and the crowd go, ah, 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 that was Book. That wasn't Vic Joseph. That wasn't Michael Cole. Wasn't Corey Graves. It was Booker T. Give her Booker T. I think it would be it was Jay too. It was Jay. So there is a connection. Thank you. I wasn't super sure about that. So thank you for that, Jeffrey, for that confirmation. Because I just wanted to be sure. I didn't want to just spread out any false narratives and whatnot. So thank you so much for that. But yes, I would have Mark Henry just because of that connection. And I stick by it. And Booker T because he knows how to get people. Listen, he listen to him on NXT. That's all I gotta say. This man is great. I know some people don't like his commentary, but I am thoroughly entertained. This man is seasoned.
They don't like Black Snow. Get out of here. They don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? How do you not like Black?
They don't even know.
Listen, I wouldn't say he's bad, but I feel the same way about him how you feel about Pat McAfee. I love me some Pat McAfee because I think Pat McAfee is hilarious. And I never see somebody come to the job high and still perform at a level that he does. He's great. So I know. Booker T, I like him, but I feel Booker T how you feel about Pat McAfee. It's not bad, but it's just the noises. It's kind of funny.
That's what make it. Give it to the storm. Oh yeah, man. I always laugh. Listen to
here. So I like what he did with Trick Lawson. He just took off his headset and I'm done.
He there's a video, and I shared it with my oldest nephew Josiah. It's so funny because I said this is us, but there's one with Trick, and he's a heel now, right? And you see him do like this, like how Booker T, and here's Booker T. Yeah, give it to them. Like, what are you talking about, Booker T? Give it to them. Give it to them. Oh yeah, and then he got like rolled up or rock bottomed or something, and he said Booker T, oh what the hell? Booker T is just so I'm giving Booker T his flowers. I know he's a quiet taste, but that man cracks me up. Black Snow, I'm glad that you remind me. This was a man who rolled back and he commentated and kicked everyone's ass. Give it up to him. JC, yes, see, and this is another reason why I like him. That he says this, JC Jane, the rock star, stand up, stand up. I'm gonna create a faction now in 2K after I'm done. It's me, JC, and Booker T. And then I'm just gonna arm drag a bear. That's what we're gonna do because we're getting that. I want someone to do artwork of that. I don't know how we're gonna get that, but we're gonna get that. But Jade Cargill, Tiffy time is over. after 302 days. I'm pretty sure they're going to definitely run it back. Are you serious, bro? Okay.
Mr. Cat.
Mr. Cat makes an appearance. He's very amazed at this studio thing here. Please don't scratch that. Your grandmother did that. And God, you will die. Let's talk about the Intercontinental match. I thought this was the match tonight. I had a lot of fun with this match. It was a triple threat. Dirty Dom, he has beaten Penta and Rusev on in singles action. They were having a number one contender this past week, but Dirty Dom, Judgment Day didn't want to help him. They were just like, look, you made us. So Finn Balor and JD McDonough, they lost the tag titles. Finn Balor blames Dirty Dom for losing those titles because he opened his mouth saying, I defend the titles more than anybody here, which is true. They said something here. He has defended his championship in more matches. And so, there was a disqualification. So now it turned into a, oh, hell no. Come here. Get out. Jesus. Let me get my bearings again. So now it's a triple threat. And I thought these guys, I didn't even go move for move and everything like that because it was ridiculous to try to keep up with all these guys. But another little interesting fact, I just thought it was interesting, I wanted to throw it out here, was that they mentioned that this was the 16th time that the Intercontinental Championship was defended on Saturday night main event. And this was, there's only been one time where it changed hands, and that was in a match between Shawn Michaels and Bulldog. I just thought that was a really cool, little interesting nugget. I just wanted to throw out there because they said it. Early on, Dom is trying to use his speed, but Rusev is overpowering him. Penta eventually gets into the mix. And, there was so much stuff going on here. There was a Mexican destroyer. There's Dom. It looked like there was a moment where, it just seemed like there was a moment where Rusev was going to win, and I just thought this made him look like an idiot. He has Penta in it's the camel clutch, but I forgot the name he calls it. And Dom hits the bell, and you even see the ref looking like, "What are you doing?" And Rusev put his hands in there. He thought he won until he realized it was Dom that hit the bell. He goes after Dom. A hammer gets him. Hammer time. Got involved, and Penta tries to hit Dom, but he hits Rusev. Dominic throws out Penta, and Dominic gets the win by hitting the frog splash on Rusev. I thought this match was fine. I said fine, but I enjoyed this match. It was a really fun triple threat. Dominic Mysterio, he cheats again, like his dad, the late great Eddie Guerrero, and he's held this title for 100 and. Oh, I guess you guys would appreciate this. It's an insight for us, but 195 days, 195. That was damn good. I can tell when they were just like, mm-hmm. That was elementary school for everyone who have no idea. But yes, I just thought that was great. I do want to highlight a little bit of what Jeffrey said before I give you guys the floor here. Jeffrey says, love Black Snow for commenting his own match. Who else does that? It's funny. It wasn't even a match. It was just he just wanted to beat people up. But yes,
yeah, it was the main event Mafia, and it was
what was it called?
Shep Lemon and Black Snow and
Shep Lemon.
I think the Young Bucks was doing something, and
Motor Machine Guns.
Oh, okay, Motor Machine Guns was doing something, and they didn't like it because I think Scott Steiner was involved in the match somehow, and he was like, "No, this is not happening." And then Booker T just came in the ring and he's beating everybody up. He's whooping everybody's butt. Oh.
And he did it in a robe too. No, it was a robe or a cape. I forget which one it was.
The robe, yes.
It was a robe, okay.
The King Booker robe type shit.
Yeah, the King Booker, yeah.
Yeah. And then the funniest part, they have the he's still going with the theme playing.
The what?
The theme, the main event Mafia theme, it starts and he's still like Booker T stomping him out. Oh,
that's so great.
It's wonderful.
That is fantastic. Dominic Mysterio has grown on me just in this match. He's really Eddie's son. Yes, he is. I told you. I've been saying for the longest time, Rey Mysterio is a fraud. He's the greatest fraud to ever breathe. He outsmarted everyone tonight. They really got me because I thought Rusev won by. Oh, they got. Well, see, then that's fan. Then that's great. Then, and it probably got a lot of people in the audience because they don't. So we're watching, so it's different from us watching and them in the arena. So they hear the bell, they're probably thinking, "Oh shoot, Penta tap," not realizing Dominic has outsmarted. And that's the whole theme of Dominic Mysterio matches. He's always going to find a way to cheat. Just like Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero is always, and that's hilarious. Isn't that hilarious? He would cheat and everyone would cheer, but someone else do it. They're like, you should go to jail. I just think that's fantastic. They really got me because I thought Rusev won by submission. I was on my phone and I heard the bell ring and I was like, what? No way. 195 is how much Ray weighs too. I bet he's lying. I don't believe anything that man says. I don't trust him. I'm sorry. Rich Kings, do you believe anything Rey Mysterio says?
Ese Rios.
I like Ese Rios. I do. I agree. You know, like I think you know what, Rey Mysterio is a coward too because I think he didn't show up to WWE until Ese Rios left, so he's definitely a coward. Just he's I can't stand him. The greatest fraud to ever breathe. But let me give you the floor here. What did you start with you, Rich King. What did you think about this? I feel like every time I do a show, I badmouth Rey Mysterio, and I'm gonna keep going with that. But what did you think about this match, Rich Kings?
It was what it was. Like, I hear what you guys saying about, you heard the bell. Like, the only way you can get food if you're not paying attention. So, because the referee has to make a signal. So, I get it. If you're not paying attention, it makes sense. But if you're actually watching a live event, with your eyes looking at the match, you hear a ring bell, and you thought the match is over. I mean, what are we doing here? But the next thing I would say, like it was like you said, there's a lot of moves happening. It was good. Like it was what it was. I'm not sure if it was the best match tonight for myself personally, but okay. what I didn't like was so Penta hits Rusev with the hammer, right? And he's just like, oh no. This is a triple threat match for the belt. Boom. All right, sorry. Next, I'm getting the next. Listen, I know this is wrestling at the end of the day, but the "I'm so sorry" thing, we have to stop. I'm not sorry to hit you with the hammer, and
you're gonna do it again.
Yes. If it means me winning the belt, and I like if I hit you with the Mexican Destroyer and I had to pin you, I'm not feeling bad. But the fact that I hit his hammer, oh my god, no, that doesn't work for me. So. It was a solid match. I thought it was for Mysterio to win. I don't think that either one of those people deserve the belt. But yeah, that's how I feel about that.
I did want to throw out real quick because I'm glad that you mentioned that spot about the hammer, but I just thought it was so funny because and I think I guess this is me just spotting like, wow, yeah, this was a foolish move. So Dominic Mysterio had been a wrestler for a few years. I mean, he's pretty much, still young, but he's pretty experienced, right? So I'm pretty sure this ain't his first triple threat. So when he does the thing with the chair and then he throws it at Rusev and he points at the ref like, look. And the ref said, Dom, there's no rules. I just said, Dom. I said, oh my God. You know what? I said 6'7". Because I said, what the hell is this?
That was very 6'7" of him, yes.
That was very 6'7" of him. Mark Wins, what did you think?
No, that was definitely the match of the night for me, and I came in with no expectations. I had my expectations were even like lower initially because like I was working on something, and as I see the whatchamacallit, I was like, yeah, they got this fraud Rey Mysterio in the match. I didn't realize it was Penta at first, but then I saw it was Penta, and I was like, all right, whatever. But that match was really good. It was really fun, and low key. So I have to say this: low key carried by Dominic. Like, if it was just a Rusev and Penta match, I don't know if I would have cared. But Dominic is fire. Like that is a fun character. Like every time I've been seeing him lately, I'm like, yo, this guy does some funny shit. Like
yes.
Like he tried the Eddie Guerrero joint, and I was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, because same concept. Like, hey, what are you doing? Like, even the moment he did it, I was like, this is a triple threat match. What's going on here? Like, and you know what I said out loud? I was like, yo, why is he being a Rey Mysterio right now? Like his
why are you being such a fool?
Yeah, right. His Rey Mysterio is showing. Like, cut that out. But then Rusev has him in the. I forget the name too. It starts with an A. It's not the.
Oh, it's the
Adrenaline.
accolade. The accolade. You're right. Yeah,
Accolade.
the accolade.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has him in the accolade, and the bell rings, and I'm confused. I'm like, why is the bell ringing? The ref didn't do nothing. Because there's two things that didn't happen. Thing number one that didn't happen was Penta didn't tap, but that don't mean shit. Thing number two that didn't happen was the ref. The ref did nothing. So I'm like, why is the bell ringing? What's going on? And then I'm thinking about it, and I was like, oh, Mysterio's ringing the bell. What a clown. Absolute genius move. I thought it was phenomenal. I hope they make him undisputed champion. Let's skip the world champion. He needs to be undisputed champion someday. I love it. I love his character. I don't know who's coming up with I don't know if he's coming up with this creative stuff or if somebody else is doing it, but I love it for him. I do. Because every time I see him, it's getting better and better. Like, this was hilarious. Him dinging, and it was so intelligent. It was so smart. It was like, yo.
Because he wasn't going to break it up, right?
Yeah. It was like, yo, what's going on in the ring? No. Ding, 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 ding. And here's Rusev, this idiot. You know, here's the thing. You can't. You can't. Here's the thing. On one hand, you can call him an idiot. On the other hand, you got to figure what your natural instinct as a wrestler is, right? Your natural instinct, like a wrestler or any type of combat sport, right? You hear the bell ring, it's time to stop. So like the bell has rung. That's it. It's over. Now I don't know if Rusev is a heel or a face.
He's there.
You're right, exactly. He's just there, right? So it's one thing if he's a heel, and you can sit there and say, "Oh, he's holding it after the bell to really lay it in." But if he's not a heel,
time out.
What?
Let me help you out here. And great Grand Sam, help me out here too.
Sure, please.
He used to hit when he held in that move, right? How many times was the bell over and he's still holding on to that move?
I think it was like, yeah, okay, I get what you. I think you're gonna, because
there's maybe three people. I'm sorry to cut you off. There's three people that keeps holding on to that when the bell's over. Kurt Angle holds on to it. He doesn't care. Chris Benoit definitely didn't care. And Rusev will hold on to that camel clutch, or whatever the hell that move is called, that he calls it several seconds after that bell is rung.
You're right. You're right.
But I was just going to point out with the ref, like how you mentioned it, and I look at the ref and stuff like that. And even once the ref was doing like, no, the bell didn't ring, like he wasn't even listening at that point because Rusev was too busy with his hand in the air doing like this. So yeah, there was a few things that made him look kind of foolish. He did kind of look like it did seem like he needed to put a dunce hat on and sit in the corner. Poor Rusev.
You do match for another couple of months. I have a seat.
You would just tell him no match. Like we're gonna have to go back to the basics and you learn the rules.
Back to OVW with you.
Well, they'll probably just send him back to NXT. OVW, I don't know if they're still with them, but TNA used to have some kind of partnership with them.
Oh yeah, right. OVW is low key, kind of sort of independent, but not really. But yeah,
they'll just send him to NXT. He'll probably, or better yet, I mean, I know none of you guys will get this reference, but Jeffrey will. Maybe they'll just put him in the Mark. I need you to Google the Don. Matter of fact, one day I'm just gonna give you a tutorial on the Don Callis family and why it's so funny. There's like literally 10 people in this group for no fucking reason, and it's so great. Like they're literally like their own promotion. It's just, it's so good. I love them so much. It's just Don Callis got these people because he did not like a certain individual. He does not like Kenny Omega. I love these guys so much. I'm gonna do a Photoshop with me in this group. I love them so much. Like you heard the Beatles. Well, that's too damn bad. The Don Callis family's bigger, literally, because it's like 11 members. I gotta give you a tutorial on them. Let's talk about this John Cena thing. See, Jeffrey gets it. That's why he said, "Oh no." He's actually booking Jeffrey. Let me tell you about Jeffrey. And Jeffrey can clarify this. I've somehow made him somewhat of a fan of the Don Callis family. I want to say to a degree, but he's hopped on the Jane train because of me. I love this guy. He just anyone that just takes me seriously and listens to my words of wisdom. You know what I call my I don't want to say fans because I don't think they're fans, but you know how there was Hulkamania and Jerichoholics. I call them Jack Addicts. What do you think? Sound good, right?
What happened to the Jack Fat community?
No, it's still there. No. I'm trademarking a lot of things here, but I like
Okay.
Jack Addicts. Jack Addicts sound cool. My Jack Addicts.
Understandable. I get it. It's got a
ring to it.
It got and it has that like. It's like.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I don't know what the word is, but
you'll get it.
It has that verbal like play with it, where it's like it's not jackass, it's Jack Addicts. So it's like you hear like that first syllable, and you think you know what you're saying. You think you know what you heard, but then you hear that extra syllable, and it's like, wait, what was that again? So yeah, that's what helps the ring.
This is why you're in charge of my books of quotes and stuff like that. Now, as of right now, because things could change, I literally want the cover of me arm dragging a bear. Like that's just one I want, just completely. Someone AI it for me. But let's talk about John Cena. John Cena is having he had 4 more appearances. He is retiring next month, and it's going to be a Saturday night main event. I was telling you, Mark Wins, that that day was SantaCon, and I was like, it would be cool if we do that, but John Cena's last match as well, and I do want to be there. I mean, we've been doing some of these Saturday night main events, and I mean, this is a big deal about John Cena's last match. I mean, just real quick, and maybe we'll have a retrospect about him on that night. I remember the first night he came in. That was the week after King of the Ring 2002. Kurt Angle made Hulk Hogan tap. Kurt Angle, he was wearing this silly wig. Kurt Angle's so fucking great, man. Just so fucking, I do want to say I did the show Tuesday, and there was a girl who did a German suplex. So someone mentioned like Chad Gable, and I said, yeah, he's good, but like it's more like Kurt Angle. And they said, no, I was talking about something modern, and I felt so old hearing that. I'm like, Kurt Angle just retired, bro. Like I just felt like my elbow dislocated hearing that. Like I was like, what do you mean? I felt so hurt hearing that. But what was I gonna get at? But I remember that night, and
he's on the shelf, so he's not Martin.
Huh?
Your response should have been he's on the shelf, so he's not Martin.
Yeah. Oh, he's on the shelf. Oh, well, there you go. I think I should have had you there that night with me. Help me out, because I had no response. I just know a lot of us in the chat felt like I had to ask, are you ageist? Because this hurts. But John Cena, he debuted that night. He won against Kurt Angle. I forgot how long they went, but they gave him time. Kurt Angle wins, and the rest is history. Obviously, he went from being this bland and he was bland, banal, if you will. He wore these tights, and no, he was just trying to do everything to be a wrestler. And then he found his niche in that hip hop stuff, and it's been. Obviously, it saved his career, and I mean, look where he's at now. 17-time world champion. He's in Peacemaker. It's a big name. I mean, he's not my GOAT, but I know he's a lot of people's GOAT, and I guess some people's Mount Rushmore. Like I said, not for me, but if you said it, I would say I get it. I only argue if you say Bill Goldberg. I cannot accept that. Thank you. I needed that to just keep going. But next month is his last match. It's going to be a 16-man tournament that takes in. Jeffrey's trying to help me out here, and I appreciate this because he said that he wanted to point out too. But 16-man, I was looking at my notes, but I'll just look right up here. 16-man tournament to determine John Cena's last opponent at Saturday Night Main Event on December 13th. Wrestlers from Raw, SmackDown, and faces you wouldn't know. So they're saying people who don't work there, and I immediately thought Joe Henry, because Joe Henry does not. I mean, he almost seemed like he works for WWE. If you watch NXT, he seemed like he's more at NXT than TNA. I know sometimes, and they put the TNA graphic up, and I'm like, you're just trying to save face because this man is leaving. Just out. I believe he's going to be in it. Also NXT, yes. But when they said faces you wouldn't know, so Andrade, I thought of Andrade because he don't work there. Andrade. He was let go, somewhere like in September or October, showed up in AEW, and WWE said, absolutely not. Come back. So, matter of fact, no funny. And this is what, and this is where I bring my connection here with the Don Callis family. He was the 11th member. He literally showed up in AEW as the 11th member. And WWE said, no. You violated your complete. What's it called? Not complete. I'm sorry.
Loss.
Yeah, and now they're trying to have something with him. I don't mean to go all over the place here, but I feel like that's literally how we have conversations in real life. But now they're trying to have him where he doesn't wrestle. He can't wrestle for a whole year, which is ridiculous. Like you like that's how he makes his money. I don't see how he can never wrestle again. But I haven't been keeping up with any of that stuff, to be honest with you. But I thought about Andrade. I said, well, you don't work here. Why not Andrade? Andrade show up. But George, sorry, I said George. I insulted you, Jeffrey. I'm so sorry. I said George. That sweater wearing jerk. But Jeffrey said, I said Joe Henry. I think Joe Henry. I mean, he doesn't work there. And look at the appearances Joe Henry have made. I think about the Royal Rumble. Matter of fact, there's a wholesome picture one day I'll share here. We were at a Yep, I Like Wrestling, me, Mark Wins, and some friends. And Joe Henry came out. And I'm sure he was familiar with the name Joe Henry. But I said, look at his belt. And when you saw his TNA, it was the most wholesome smile I've ever seen in my fucking life. Because it was like really like, oh, you know. I don't know. What do you guys think about a tournament to face John Cena? And who is your pick to be the one to be John Cena's final opponent? Oh, don't all go at once.
Yeah, I'll go first. I think the tournament is kind of lousy. It's kind of we're just unprepared. Like I have to now. I have to lean on the side of view like they were not prepared for the last match, or the person after the last match probably got injured, or they just can't do it. It just doesn't make any sense to have a tournament. A tournament to? It just sounds stupid to me. So and I don't understand if he's the GOAT, right? Mm-hmm. And they keep announcing and proclaiming. Why should there be a tournament to face the GOAT? Like, I never seen anything like this before. Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, and retirement match. We have so many different retirement matches that happen, and I never once in my career heard of them. Like, just in wrestling in general, here's a tournament to retire somebody. What? And what happens? Like who are we gonna get? Like, what's gonna move the needle? So I don't know who's gonna move the needle. We already saw Brock Lesnar. Are they gonna get someone like there's people locked up in contracts with other companies? So unless they're probably working behind closed doors to get these people released or trying to do something, finagle something because they don't want to announce it today, and it's a month and a half later, just to clean stuff up. I get it, but I think it's stupid. I'm not interested in this tournament whatsoever. I just want to know who's gonna face him, and let's go on from there. And then when you look at who the people that retire these people, they don't lose. They don't win the match. Once someone gets retired, they lose. So we're looking at somebody's going to beat John Cena at the end of his retirement match, and we don't know who who's going to be. Not interested. And it shouldn't be a Cody Rhodes. It shouldn't be a Drew Mcintyre. Like the people that he already faced already, it shouldn't be somebody again. So that's you running out of names. So that's why I think they're banking on, hey, it might be some people that you never even seen, or might not even be here, whatever the quote was. And I think that's probably that you have. I mean, even tossed in some NXT people. Who in NXT wrestled John Cena in this last match? I can't name one person. I think.
I think if you was to say a name, you could go with Trick, but I strongly go behind Obafemi.
Well, maybe, but no. Gosh.
I know my man's right here. He's not a big Oba fan, and that's fine. I just think when you said a name, those are two names on top of my head.
The best name you can come up with for WWE and NXT probably might be the best name you can come up with who has things. And that'll be a great way to kick off your career.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that I just don't see it. But hey.
I'll sit here and say I don't know if the tournament aspect interests me, but it gives me that not that idea, but it kind of reminds me of, and maybe there was people who didn't like it, but like okay. Thoughts, right? So I forget what WrestleMania this was. This must have been WrestleMania 28. It was the one in Jersey, and they had a fatal 4-way with the winner going against Undertaker against the Streak, and that was with CM Punk, Randy Orton, Big Show, and Sheamus. I want to say, and Punk won that one because they were trying to make it as a big deal. It was like, you could go for the championship, or you can go for the Streak, which was pretty much up there with the championship. And I think they're just trying to make this as a big honor to face John Cena in his final match. Who could it be? My pick I would like for it to be is Gunther. And I know Gunther retired Bill Goldberg, so he will always be the top babyface in my eyes. But I sit here and think that I think so. There's a few things I think here. I think if you go with Gunther, and that was like a rumor name for a while. And when I was hearing that, I was like, yeah, why not? Like Gunther could go. So the last time we saw Gunther, he defended the World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk and lost. And I felt like this year, I mean, he had some highs, but I felt like a lot of lows. He lost to Jey Uso and almost seemed like he was scared of Jey Uso, and then he won the heavyweight championship back. And even then, when he won the heavyweight championship, like the first time, his run was nowhere near the level of what he was doing with the IC championship. So I think this would be a great restart for him. He retires John Cena. He goes into 2026 saying, look, I retired these two legends, Bill Goldberg and John Cena. And I don't know what goes on from there, but I just think you have a little bit of momentum going forward. So I'm going to stick with Gunther. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark Wins. I didn't mean you could take the floor.
I'm gonna try and keep this brief. So the name that immediately popped into my head, whether it makes sense or not, Montez Ford. That's who I want to go up against John Cena and beat him, and let that be the beginning of his singles run. Now I know I heard that Montez has been low key holding himself back to make sure that what's his name? I forget the other guy.
Oh, his partner?
Yeah.
Dawkins.
Dawkins, yeah, to make sure Dawkins is still in it and chilling, and I respect that. But personally, that's what I want. That's what I wouldn't want to see. I'm also not against Obafemi coming out of the NXT and beating John Cena and letting that elevate him into whether he wins and then stays in NXT to keep developing and whatever he needs to develop, or from there, boom, we in the WWE full time and it's overtime rather. But I do like those two names. After that, go on. What?
No. Because I was going to say Obafemi is fun, but that was such an out of the box thing. But I do like that idea about Montez Ford. Montez Ford is somebody I feel like it's always had potential to be a single star, and I just never understood why they never wanted to go in that direction. I mean, I do love that you have the Street Profits. I'm a fan of tag team wrestling, and I always feel like if you're going to break up a team, make sure there's other teams around, and they're on SmackDown, so there's a lot of teams. But I really like that idea a lot about like Montez Ford being the one, because first off, that's Jeffrey's put in the chat, Montez, that would be fire. You know why that's fire? Because that's not a name no one was thinking about. That was such a
that was the first name I thought. I was like, I wonder what if Montez won that tournament.
I mean, it's a good name, but but they're not gonna give these people a chance. I love Mello. Like when he came on NXT. And
Mello, right?
Mello,
right? So this is a great chance for maybe somebody up and coming to finally do it. Like here with Gunther, here with Obi. I love Montez. I love Mello. Yeah, that came to my mind first. But I'm like, they're not going to. I personally feel like to your point earlier, they're so scared of doing something so
risky,
risky and different.
Yeah,
That's part of the problem. I think John Cena would approve to do let's pass on the torch, move on, right? And I think if you have not saying that Gunther and Obi are not the next big things, and I honestly think Gunther might end up being a Cody Rhodes eventually, probably next year for the belt. Who knows, right? So the thing is that when you have so much talent, what are you doing with it, right? And to your point, John Cena was, and I remember he debuted, right? Remember his matches against Taker, Hardcore Holly, and all that stuff at the beginning in that run, right? And he just had that one switch, and it switched him. Who can that be? That would make the most sense. But is Triple H going to do that? I don't think so, right? Or not Triple H, Paul Levesque, and who else? Executive producer that I just saw. I never saw that name before.
Oh, no, it's like Paul Lee. No, is it Paul Lee or something like that? I forget. You talking about the names when it comes up after the show? Yeah. Well, no, please. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please.
Yeah, and I think this is where, this goes back to the on real crap, right? When you're sitting in that ring on that room, we gotta be a little bit creative here.
Yeah.
How do we get over the hump, and how do we get different fans coming in here?
I mean, so that was the first part of my thought, right? Just like a name, but the main part of my thought, and that's why I said I wanted to keep it brief, was I feel like this tournament would have a whole lot more intrigue for better or for worse, hell or high water, if John Cena was still the heel with the belt. I'm just saying it would because now it's like, yo, at this point, like, say what you want about the heel run, right? But if John Cena, his last match is, I'm holding a tournament, and whoever wins this tournament gets to save wrestling because I'm going to ruin it. Whatever you want to say about the heel run, that tournament goes ape shit because now it's like, who is going to save wrestling? But like I said, I'm keeping it brief. We've spoken about this for at least 30 minutes on this podcast. I don't want to go into it any further unless y'all are with it. Y'all want to open the can of worms? I'm with it.
No, because I don't like worms, friend.
I'll just say this: regardless if he's a heel, a face, or a nothing, him being a heel will have nothing to do with this tournament, like the winner of it. I don't think that changes the tournament or lack of excitement for this tournament. I don't.
Oh, are you saying if I'm sorry, just
if the was going the way, say if the whole run was going the same way I was going before, and we're having this tournament, I'm not saying there's more excitement. While Mark is thinking there's going to be some excitement here.
I don't agree with that because it's like here is like all right.
Why'd you say it like that? No, go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry. I'm going to talk to you. No, this guy. Why'd you say Nathan?
Because here is like, oh, it's just
about John Cena. What? No.
Go
ahead. I'm sorry, Mark.
It's just this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give this guy the next chance. I'm passing the torch. Da 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 da. But if he had the belt, it's like, oh, like it's a different level of intrigue. Where it's like, yo, who's gonna? Because here's who he would have beat. He would have beat Cody Rhodes.
I'm sorry, Rich. I'm just like you are frustrating this man.
Look, he would have beat Cody Rhodes and he would have beat Brock Lesnar, right?
So I don't think. I don't think he would have beaten Brock. I don't think that was ever going to be a thing. I really don't. I just don't. I mean, interrupt you. I just don't think so. I mean, most of the okay,
cool. I get it. So then, but then, okay, cool. So he doesn't beat Brock Lesnar, but that means now Brock Lesnar's in the tournament. Boom, like then you have a whole. So that's the other thing. You get a whole different level of names in the tournament.
So just you scratch Brock Lesnar's name out because he only works when he feels like it. You don't think they said on Raw and SmackDown? You think that Brock Lesnar is wrestling on Raw? He's not. He doesn't
have to wrestle. He pull up 2 F5s, 3 F5s.
And he's just in the tournament?
And he's just in the tournament. And now boom.
What in the Mortal Kombat?
And then you're looking at this tournament, you're seeing all these names, and you're like, wow, Brock Lesnar just destroyed whoever the hell he destroyed. I don't know. This is why I told Jeff earlier I can't be a booker.
Were you for Clash of what was that? The Paris or whatever the hell that pay-per-view was, right? Were you excited to watch that match?
Which one?
WrestlePalooza. I was until it started, and it went the way it did. I was excited to watch that match, and then they went the what was that? What it was after whatever pay-per-view it was after.
I gotta find this picture
after
now.
Brock won that. After Brock beat the Streak. They went down that route, and it was just like, oh, this is what we're doing. I'm not excited anymore. I was a tad bit excited because it's like, cool, Brock Lesnar's here. But part of the reason why I'm not excited, the main reason why I wasn't excited, is because Cena didn't have the belt.
Listen, this is the thing with Brock Lesnar. The most exciting thing for me for Brock Lesnar is the music. Him in that match is not. He does not wrestling. So you're talking about John Cena's last wrestling match. You want to get tossed around like a rag doll? Do you think God? But I'm going to go back to wrestling. He's not doing that. Now, if you tell me if he's going to go back and start wrestling, John Cena, that's the thing.
I'm sorry, I just got to highlight this. You made your point.
Yeah, and that's why I can't be a booker. But like, I got that TNA booking in me. I don't know what to tell you. We're like, I'm throwing shit in the wall, and we're going to let chaos. We're going to let chaos reign, because at the end of the day, there's like Yeah. So, but so here's the question now. So now here's the question. Do we prefer chaos or do we prefer whatever the fuck this is? Because clearly we're not excited about this.
Well, I'm not excited about that chaos either. I've already seen what is like we were talking about this last time. What is John Cena Brock Lesnar's like wrestling record against each other?
Brock Lesnar is beating him more.
Brock Lesnar, right?
Brock Lesnar is really his what do you call it? Doomsday. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm trying to upload this.
And that's the thing. I think that more and more and more times that I will not want to see that. And I just bashed the tournament, but if you're asking me to choose the tournament or your idea, I'm choosing an awful tournament. This is like Tekken tournament. Like we don't know what change or Mortal Kombat tournament. Like what's happening?
I'm not gonna lie. It was giving Mortal Kombat feel, Mark. The way you just I forgot what you said, but it was giving
Mortal Kombat. The Shadow Realm is gonna be Brock Lesnar reoccur. Like no. Brock Lesnar should beat him all the time. No, I don't want to see that again. Not back to back time.
If Cena's a heel, Cena doesn't have to straight up fight him. That's the other thing. It's not like, oh, if Cena's a face, damn, he has to fight Brock straight up, and now he's definitely gonna lose. No, if he's a heel, we gonna do shenanigans. I might go for a count out because I got champion's advantage. I might try to cheat the ref out because I got champion's advantage. I'm gonna do other shit. But like I said, I don't want to. Like I said, I didn't want to. Like I said, unless y'all are opening the can of worms, I didn't want to do this. I didn't. I just wanted to make a quick statement.
No, I blame Rich Kings. He started. You took the bait. I blame you so much for this. I was trying to look for all these like what do you call it? But
because like I hear y'all points, y'all hear my points, and I think we've established that I am the madman here.
First,
you very much.
This. If it's somebody that we don't see, like so, let's go to that route. Who would you want it to be? And B, I'm not so sure if you watch these commercials with this person in the suit. Like, who do you think that is?
Person in the suit? What do you mean?
Oh, you see the person commercial with somebody in the suit, these shoes, and
oh, they've revealed it. Oh, you didn't? It's Brock, Cody.
Oh, that's what it was.
It was a WrestleMania. It was a WrestleMania commercial. Matter of fact,
never mind. I saw. I thought that wasn't the same thing. All right, so
I do. Oh, go ahead. No, I wanted to talk about, but go ahead. Finish yours.
No, so if there's somebody that's not on TV, who do you think it's going to be?
To what, for this tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, someone that's not working for WWE?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you put me on the spot here. So I'm gonna go with this. Sounds so safe. So I'm hearing the stuff about Jericho's contract coming up and stuff like that. So if you're saying like someone coming back or anything like that, I can see Jericho kind of in the tournament, and that's only just on top of my head. I can't think of anything right now, but on top of my head, yeah.
What about you, Mark?
Oh, I have no idea. And like I'm like I said, I have no idea, and I'm really barely interested. Okay, so because of the possibility of the unknown unknowns, I can't speak on the unknown unknowns. But on the known knowns and the known unknowns, I think the only name that I would be, the only two names that I would be interested in.
I love that.
The only two names that I would be interested in, really, well, I guess three, is Montez, Oba, and Trick. Those are the only real names.
I'm sorry. First off, I love that he gave you this name because now, like, I need to find a broken version of you, but now we got it. Madman wins. I love this. Good job, Jeffrey. We got that was for the WrestleMania. It was 42. Okay, I thought he was off by a number, but I right, it's 42. So yes. And so he believes Rodney Mack with Teddy Long is coming back. I love that so much. I can see it now. Teddy Long.
Go back, Mark. You should have picked R-Truth if that's the case. Mark would love R-Truth versus John Cena.
I love how it perfectly covered Mark too.
Nah, they WWE clearly heard me and entirely shut my whole thing up with that.
Honestly,
if crazy. And then guys, they low key shut me up tonight with they had Jey Uso put CM Punk in the sleeper. Oh, we didn't get to that yet. My bad.
No, but we can get there. No, all good. We're gonna get there. And here's the other wholesome picture, Justin. This was him at when he saw that there was a TNA wrestler in the Royal Rumble. Look how isn't that a wholesome smile? See,
Well,
like well, yeah, this was this year. Yeah. And by the way,
right?
yeah, well, yeah, Joe Henry was in this year's Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
I think they
you knew who Joe Henry was?
Huh?
No, I didn't know who
You knew
Joe
who that
Henry
was?
was. No, I didn't
Oh,
know
you
who Joe
didn't?
Henry was, but I knew. Well, did I? He was he not? No. I knew he was because he was in the Rumble last year or something like that, right?
He was
I don't
no
know.
this year.
Okay, so
This year.
boom. Then no. So then I didn't know who he was, but I know that TNA logo anywhere.
He does. I mean, this was Mr. TNA back in the day. But yeah, I just wanted to show how happy he was. And hey, I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll be doing the Royal Rumble. I mean, I think it's in February again, so maybe we'll review it. I already know who I'm picking for the women's.
It will be Kevin Owens, but go on.
Kevin Owens, the what for the Rumble?
No, to compete in this damn tournament.
See, real quick, and I'll talk about. No, he's not. But I'll sit here and say this real quick. One of the things that I think with this retirement tour, and I said this, I believe to both of you guys, I'm not sure, but because you said Kevin Owens, and it makes me go like, man, there was so many things that they didn't do in this tournament, and I blame the booking, and I also blame, I won't even say blame, but I also did not feel it helped when Cena had this certain amount of days because there were matches that could have happened. Kevin Owens, that was a match that should have did back. I saw someone say this, and I'm not a big LA Knight fan at all, but they mentioned they had some kind of moment last year, and they're like, wow, they never touched on that. And I'm like, yeah, they didn't. They should have probably did something. Maybe in that heel, when he was the heel, when Cena was a heel, they could have did something. But all I'm just saying is there's so many elements that they missed. Same thing, like you mentioned Carmelo Hayes, and it makes me go like, that would have been something I would like to see. There's just so many people, and I can't name every last one. Even someone when they showed Sheamus, that was one of Cena's I'm not gonna say top 5 rivals, but I would put him up there, like in that one of his top rivals. So all I'm just saying is there's so many things that they missed the opportunity to do, but we did get that lovely WrestleMania 41 match. That was great. That'll go down as a classic. Jeffrey says that KO versus Randy was really cut short. Hopefully KO is going. Yeah, I hope so, man. I like KO. I hope he heals and come back because he's really a gem. And Jeffrey, before we get to this main event here, I'm picking Liv Morgan for the women's. I'm assuming he's saying Royal Rumble. I'm picking JC Jane. That's it. I'm not changing my mind. I'm going to get very excited when she wins, and no one's going to correct me. But we got CM Punk, Jey Uso. Everyone's smiling because they agree with me. Yes, I love that. For the vacant World Heavyweight Championship, I'm not going to lie. I didn't even take a lot of notes for this one. This match. So, okay. Let me paint a picture for Mark wins. And maybe you too, Rich Kings. If I'm pretty sure you kept up with it, but still, I'll paint this lovely picture, right? Seth Rollins, he goes out. He's injured. They vacate the belt. They have a battle royal. And it had a lot of names that I just don't remember on top of my head. But one of them is Jey Uso. Both Usos win the match. LA Knight, AJ Styles, and they picked Jey Uso. And I have nothing against Jey Uso. I've always said, like, he's done the right thing in this thing called wrestling. He got himself over, and that's what matters. He's not my cup of tea, but he's someone's cup of tea. When we went to WrestleMania this year, I sat next to a young lad, and I saw how excited he was to see Jey Uso. Now, I was detest to see that Jey Uso beat Gunther. I was very upset at that. But this young man just had his WrestleMania moment. He saw someone, I don't know if it's his favorite or anything like that, but he saw someone that he liked win. And I said, well, that's cool because that's what wrestling's about. It's the moments. So I say all to simply say he's done everything, but I would have not picked Jey Uso for this. I know there's a story that they're telling, but it's not a story that I'm interested in. And I was like, match quality wise, they had AJ Styles in there. Now, there was no doubt in my mind if AJ and Punk went against each other, AJ was going to lose. But I thought the match quality-wise would have been raised up a little bit. I thought they were fine. I thought that this match, they started off a little slow for me, but then it started to pick up a little bit. And it was okay. I mean, Punk won. That's the right choice. Now the question is, what happens with Jey Uso? What's going to happen with him? He had a shot at the championship and he lost. He lost again. And he lost to Punk twice. I mean, he lost to Punk. So the week prior to the Battle Royal, there was a triple threat, and it was supposed to be CM Punk against Seth. Like I mentioned, Seth got hurt, so he's taking time out, and so he pins Jey Uso there. He pins him here for the championship. What is going to happen with Jey? Is he still going to be yeeting over? Is he still going to be yeeting? Is he? What's going to happen? Is he going to let the dark side take over? What is happening here? I don't really have a direction for Jey Uso. I'm assuming somehow something with War Games. He's going to be involved in War Games. I don't know what that looks like, but I don't know. I'm going to give the floor to you, Rich Kings. What's next for Jey Uso, and what are your thoughts on this match?
It's really difficult to say. In my mind, I don't know what's next for him. It could be obviously still something with his brother and Roman. It has to be something, but I just honestly don't know what it could be. And what angle they're going to do War Games at. Like, sometimes these things are pretty predictable, but I personally can't think of where they're going to go, what direction, and how this looks like, right? I don't think he should get another title match right away right now. Maybe they try to curse something with Jimmy getting a title match. I don't know what they're going to do on Raw, so we'll see. But I honestly have no idea because I'm truly lost. And even if he won the belt, I would have been even more lost. I'm like, damn, like, why? Like, what happened? Like, why does he get to win? We've seen CM Punk without the belt. He did a great job without the belt. Now he needs to have the belt, and let's see what he can do with the belt again. But I already saw Jey Uso with the belt this year, and as a fan, like a moderate fan, I would say I was not that impressed, right? So I wasn't one of the people that was in an uproar when he lost the belt to Gunther again. Oh, fitting.
Oh no, I'm doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what he could do next. I know what I would do if I was like in charge of a thing. Like I would do on like maybe after War Games, but
Say that one more time. What would you do after War Games?
I know what I would do after War Games. Like I feel like somebody's hot, they're hot, right? And I do think that I'm not a listen. I don't know if Trick is gonna get this belt back off of Ricky Saints. I'd like to see Jey Uso like troll and be the champion over there for a little while, and then do something else. Just like maybe I like chaos. Right? So if he has,
then you should love Mark's booking.
No, you don't. That's what I was about to say.
Not Brock Lesnar ruining people, not that kind of chaos. Like no, I don't want that. But I want to see like the wrestling fans, that kind of chaos. The wrestling fans.
He likes a controlled chaos.
I love, like I said, I love going on. My favorite thing after a match is going on social media and reading people. I predict this, things that people will not predict. I like that. So, and then it's like a big F you, but big middle finger to their faces. This is what you did. So, I don't know what you do next with Jey Uso. I think you have to still, he's hot, you ride him, but do something different.
Jeffrey pointed out that the Yeet is dying, and maybe they're realizing that, and that's why they probably slowly, because it looked like he's going to the dark side.
I read that comment. I have two questions.
It feels like he's teetering, going heel or not. I think that's part of the problem. And then, like, two faces facing each other in the match, like, people love Punk. People ask him.
He wanted you to know that's Mark's win kind of booking when you want chaos.
No, I want wrestling fans to be in chaos. I want them to be in turmoil. They go to sleep at night. That's one.
But what was your questions, Mark? Because you said you had two questions talking about the stuff with Jey.
Yeah, so I saw the thing about the Yeet is dying down. Is it just here in Salt Lake City where the crowd kind of sort of was dead, or is that like an overall thing? Because if it's just Salt Lake City, then it's Salt Lake City. They might not fully be down with the Yeet, but if it's an overall thing, that's because Yeet was a meme. Like it might die down. Like Yeet is 100% a meme. Like it's not even. He didn't even originally come up with that. It was some.
No, he didn't. Well, do you know?
It was some kid in a schoolyard.
Yeah, like 10 years ago. That.
Right.
That's it's funny.
That's a fair point, but it's still a meme.
No,
I
he stole it. It's a thief.
Okay. I wanted to point out because you mentioned how he stole it. So I don't know if it was last year or the year before. Help me out here, Jeffrey, but I think it was last year. Maybe the year before that. But just to show you about the Yeet, they at one point blurred it out because there was an issue because I don't know who the original owner is or whatnot, but that's what they were pointing out. And even they made a shirt that had Yeet, but they blurred it out. Like
they owe that kid money. Like not really
Buddy or Bunny?
Money. They owe him money.
Oh, money.
Like,
oh.
like technically he didn't patent it. He probably didn't copyright it, but like the problem is this. We're right. What does Jey Uso do after the title? What does Jey Uso do beyond the title? If Yeet dies down, what happens with Jey Uso? Because I feel like without Yeet, he picks another meme. I don't know. Maybe
he picks another meme.
Yeah, maybe he picks another meme. Either that or he just stays 6'7". I don't really know.
Or maybe what was that meme? Remember it was like Bad Luck Chuck or whatever? Like went outside and then the sun burned me or something like that. I love that you just pick a meme. Or he goes, he becomes or what he call
Bad Luck Chuck or Bad Luck Brian.
Maybe it could be Magusta J. Magusta J.
Maybe just needs to skill turn.
And then probably a heel turn would do wonders. I'm sorry, I just never been into Jay. Like I nothing personal, but the character, the in-ring stuff. I think one time I did Yeet like that, and I said never again, and I just did it on for you guys to see it. But it's just not my bag, you know. But I do agree with a heel turn might be something. Maybe it's something he needs. He needs layers. I don't know if Jey Uso. I don't feel like Jey Uso. I said I don't know, but I don't feel like he's a layered guy. And they're trying to add a little layer to him by him being upset, and he's talking about a conversation that having a conversation with Roman, and Roman's telling him, remember what we talked about, and a lot of people are trying to say he's becoming a little Roman, baby Roman the second, however you want to word it. But I don't know. Jeffrey asks, and I can already say no because I've never heard of this. He said, "Have you tried frosted yeets?" No.
No, I haven't tried any of these funny cereals. I don't even eat cereal like that anymore. But I haven't tried any of those funny cereals. I haven't tried frosted yeets, Booty-O's, none of them things. Whatever else they got going
on. Someone tried it one time, and they're like, "What does it taste like?" He said, "It tastes like I just been ripped off." But I don't know. The main event was it's a WWE cereal. I know. I mean, as soon as you said frosted yeast, it just sounds WWE. But yeah, I mean, I don't know where it goes from here. I'm interested in seeing what Punk as champ, because it looks like what they're trying to do here is. Do you guys see what Braun taking over as division? Braun next in line to win that heavyweight championship. Do you guys see it, or is that something you want? No, you're saying no, Rich Kings? Because I see it.
No to both. Listen, he could take over, but all right, how about he could take over? But it's gonna be interesting.
By himself, no. But like, what happened to that stable?
No, it's still there. That's still a thing. The vision. They kicked out Seth. He's running it now.
And then Paul Heyman's still doing it. Paul Heyman's still the mouthpiece of the thing, right?
Yeah. Right. Oh, it should be. Yeah.
He should be. But I think that's what I don't think it's going to be successful with Braun doing it. I just don't.
Dude, and when you say that, is it because it's too early for him, or is it just you don't see it?
It's early. I just personally don't see it. Like I like him as a wrestler. To be wrong, he was a great NXT champion when he was there, but I just don't see. I don't see it.
He doesn't have the charisma for WWE, is what you're saying.
There we go.
Right.
Did his daddy?
Well, and that's the thing. He doesn't have that charisma, but I feel like his big strength is when he goes out there, he's explosive, and people are behind him. Listen, I'm not gonna say he's the most charismatic individual. Well, I'm not comparing him to Roddy Piper or anything like that. But when he start barking, the people and it really depends on the city, because like I saw Jeffrey said that Salt Lake is a mid city. I'm not super familiar with Salt Lake. Huh?
It's an awful city.
I see that. Okay, jeez. If you're from Salt Lake, please give us a like and come back. We promise we love you. But what was I going to say? But I was going to say, though, he does get the crowd barking. Like, they bark. So I do think that, I think he'll be fine. Sure.
Was Braun Strowman over at one point?
Braun Strowman? Yeah.
How successful was that? And I think part of the problem was he wasn't a good mouthpiece. And I think eventually you got to do it by yourself, right?
You know what I think, though? If I can follow up with that, I love that you extra hiding questions, and I try to answer it to the best of my ability. With Braun Strowman, I think it was too late by the time they pulled the plug on him. He was really hot in 2017, 2018. And by the time they gave him the title, it was 2020. And Also, too, in 2020, you know what happened in 2020? There was no one there. So I just think the timing of everything was just too late for him. And I think that's one of the reasons why they pulled the plug on Jay. I mean, pulled the plug. I'm sorry. Put the rocket on Jay's back because he was hot now. Because it's not. Sometimes it don't last for a long period of time. It just doesn't.
Oh, and I don't think he's like I said, I'm a moderate fan of him. I don't think he's a good champion. It's because the fans are behind. I mean, what they did, Darren Bryan, everyone's dancing all over the place. They're like, no. We said no.
Well, no. Time out. No. The only person saying no was you, Justin. I mean, Rich King. There was this picture. I gotta find this picture. There's a picture of an old man, and he's just sitting here like this, and it literally says, "Anytime I see Daniel Bryan on my TV," and I literally send it to Rich King immediately. I said, "That is you." But no, I hear what you're saying. But I mean, but having the audience behind you is a big deal, though. You need to have that. Let me. Can I say this? Can I say this?
Yeah.
And I don't like to throw dirt on people's names and stuff. I mean, a lot of people work hard for where they're at, but I'm just going to say this. I remember when they put the title on Jack Swagger, and I said, "Oh, maybe we're going somewhere." That was no. Yeah. And I say this to say, I don't believe that crowd cared. Is what I'm trying to get at.
They didn't, and it felt like he didn't try to make him care either. That's the crazy part about Jack Swagger having that title. I'm not sure he tried. Like, or if he did try, he didn't try properly because I was in. I was like, okay, let's see what's going on here. I thought he had the look. He definitely had the theme. I love his theme to this day. I love his theme.
The theme was badass. Yes.
Yeah, but.
No, the theme was badass, but he lacked a lot of stuff, and the crowd didn't care. I mean, it really didn't. Like, and the in-ring stuff, I can't say it was bad, but like, it was nothing like Cesaro.
It was that indifference. That's the killer.
And I think that's where you don't want to be at. And Braun Breaker, I don't feel like people are indifferent. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you every city barks, but a lot of times when I've watched him, they bark. So I sit here and go like, yeah, he got something. And I think that's the best thing. One of the best things I've ever, and I'll let you get the floor. I just want to get this out for record. One of the best things I ever heard, I used to watch Tough Enough. This was season 2. I always like this quote by Bubble Ray, whichever one you want to call him. And he said, you want to get hit. You want them to either cheer you or boo you. Having no reaction is the worst reaction. And that's something that always stood with me. So when I saw people, I'll say, I told Mark this when they used to say Alberto Del Rio's in action. I said, is that a threat? and he would he didn't get no reaction, and he was a solid in-ring worker, but he didn't get a reaction. And I learned years later, everyone was like, yeah, he wasn't really my cup of tea, and I was like, oh, it wasn't just me. So I'm just saying, like, if you get a reaction, that's a good thing. That's what I wanted to get at. I'm sorry, I made this a long-winded thing. Look, he even barked at Byron Saxon. But get on your knees. That theme did slap. Slap the knees. It was a great theme. But I mean, I think we really highlighted his Saturday Night Main Event. I hope to do it again with you gentlemen next month. And I mean, this month is Survivor Series, so we got to pick a date for predictions when the time comes, and maybe we'll do a review. We'll figure it all out. We'll talk about it off air and stuff like that. But I want to thank you gentlemen for joining me for an hour and some change just to talk about some wrestling, this 4-match card, and many other things about wrestling. That's just kind of what we do when we do this here at the Big Pop Theory Podcast. We jump into many conversations. Maybe we'll have a segment moving forward. Mark's chaotic booking. Maybe that's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave that to you and the writing. Like, and then I'm going to let you come up with like the booking, and we see how Rich Kings is looking the other direction. He's like, this sounds like a terrible idea.
No, it's not terrible. They actually like it. We could talk offline about some ideas we could do.
Oh, okay. Mark wins. You might have to come up with. I'm gonna lead you in charge with it. Maybe if you want, I'll give you a set of wrestlers, and then we'll see what happens. And we all do it just to see Rich King's just to see his reaction. I love it. Well, Jeffrey said this recap was great. I appreciate it, Jeffrey. You know, it's always great that you join us.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, we always appreciate you being here. He's become the fourth guy You know, so we appreciate you always being. He's going to advocate for Brock Lesnar. I can see. You know, he might do something with Brock. I definitely see Bill Goldberg involved somehow. Um, God,
Goldberg
you gotta
involved
have.
in what?
You wouldn't book him in anything. I mean, this is open to anything. It doesn't have to be. I
He's
know he's
retired.
retired. Yeah, well, just bring him back. Just undig the grave and bring him back.
Nah, he had enough. Like I'm a Goldberg fan. It's over for that. Like he's had enough.
Did you see that quote? Did you see that quote that he said about Oscar? And he was so upset that they.
I
He
didn't see
said
the
that
quote exactly, but yeah, he mentioned something about him being upset at Oscar's
winning streak.
yeah, and how they paid tribute to it or something like that. Like, shut up. Like
You know, I wanted to say.
because
Mhm.
you're not you. I don't know why you thought you was going to be the last person with an undefeated streak, but you're not even the first person with an undefeated streak. So I don't understand. Like, what are you
Yeah,
talking
see, right there. I was trying to figure out
about?
when did he have ownership over this?
Right, like
That
you
I
like
didn't understand.
you copyright that? Like, what are we talking about? Like, what's going on here? I don't.
And
I
and I've always said, I mean, and it was years later that was pointed out to me, and I've said it. Um, you know, his winning streak was it was fraudulent. He was a part of the faction of fraudulence because, like, you sit here and say 173 wins, but it was never that. So how do you go from 1 week you're 72 and the following week you're 89? Like, what happened in that time span?
don't know the
And no
house
one,
shows, but even
come
still,
on,
it was
come on,
no,
come on.
no, no.
They
Listen,
they
listen,
they
listen,
they,
listen,
they
listen, listen,
inflated
listen.
they inflated the number, bro. They
The number is
really did.
no. I looked it up. The number is 100% inflated. It's apparently, like I said, the number that I saw that's objectively true is 156, which includes, when it
Debut.
includes because first he had I think he had 8 matches where there were losses in between, and then from there all the way to the actual next match that he lost, it's 156. Like that's what should be official number, but they made it 173. And y'all were there, and y'all remember it better than I do with the way they, like you said, he goes from 72 to 85 in a week or less, and it's like that is a little crazy. But I
That is
understand
crazy.
how that happens, what that happens, yeah. But the house
And,
shows definitely had something to do with it. Now what? Now listen, the house shows had something to do
I
with
didn't
it.
say
But
anything. I was just watching. I was just smiling.
yeah, but to go from 72 one week to 89 in the next week, it's definitely inflation because you're trying to tell me he had.
Yeah, like what we're dealing with right now. As soon as you said that, I was immediately like, "Oh, I can make a joke that's kind of funny and also sad."
Yeah.
No, yeah. Matter of fact, you know what happened? Whoever came up with inflation here in real life said, "Oh, we like this, so let's go with that." Um, Jeffrey, real quick, he said some women don't just like Oscar. And here's the thing too, like I've never been a Bill Goldberg fan, but Bill Goldberg, once again, I'll sit here and say this. I'll say this every chance I get. He got himself over. He got over. Had the machine behind him, the rocket strapped to him, and good, good for him. But I will sit here and say this, and I think there's no disagreement here that Oscar is way better working than Bill Goldberg. And I mean, if you
By a
want to
lot.
go and say, yeah, by a lot. So for him to say that, I just thought that was just kind of corny. And I did see that video package. I did want to save it for the audio thing, but I'll say real quick, like I could not help but think, I said the timing of this package, this video package where they show Oscar undefeated streak and the many championships she's won, and being Money in the Bank and the Royal Rumble win, the first ever women's Royal Rumble winner. I mean, she's accomplished a lot.
But wait,
10 years.
okay, right. Question. Sorry to cut you off, but why did they make that package? Is she okay? She's good?
Oh yeah, no, she's good. I do agree with Jeffrey. Like, I don't like to be like what do they call it? Like what do you call it? Not obsessed. It's like come up with a theory or theorist, whatever they call those. But I do believe the timing of this was just to show, just to shut up Bill Goldberg, just to say, like, look at this winning streak. Look what she has accomplished here. And she's done so many things, and I don't know how many more years she got left. But when it's all said and done, she is, when people sit here and say, yeah, WWE is very petty. I always think about when Brock Lesnar left in 2004. and Randy Orton became the youngest champion that summer. And I always thought that was hilarious. I said the timing of this is hilarious. So yes, WWE really do be on some petty stuff. But that's really the show. I mean, we'll keep this going and hit the 2 hour mark, but I do want to end the show. I want to get some water and call it a show. And I'll run my mouth a little bit again tomorrow. We might do a show for the audio and, that. And I also have another show where I do geek news. So I be working here on this podcast bubble and then back on Tuesday to talk NXT. My girl is going to be competing and just that fraudulent champion will pay. And I look forward to reviewing that. Mark, I'm going to talk to you off air because I want to sue. I just want to sue. I don't like if you say, what is this lawsuit about? Huh?
I said, gotcha. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out the details.
I love that. What do you call it? The legal,
the legalese.
The legalese, right? Why are you suing this person? Because they spoke. All right, you got something, kid. Thanks. Oh wow, I didn't realize they did that to Brock. They did 2004 because Brock Lesnar left after WrestleMania. He was the youngest champion because he took that title from The Rock. And then Randy Orton won the World Heavyweight Championship from Chris Benoit. And I believe he was 24. So yeah, Tame's a little crazy, Jack. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, Jeffrey. I'm trying to get some tickets from NXT because they're coming up here in 2 weeks. And I told Shay, and Shay said, well, why don't we get close? And I said, that's good, because in case I have to hop the rails, because, in case I have to. So, Mark, if you guys don't see me, I want you guys to have to take over Big Pop for me, because I might go away for a long time. But that's really the show. But Mark Wins, tell people where they can find you. It's getting cold. You sitting there saying you're getting ready to do some content. I look forward to hearing seeing some of the stuff that you put out there. So, Mark, please take the floor.
Yeah, you can find me at Legend Number M on YouTube. I'm actually going to have some shorts uploaded tomorrow. I'm going to be uploading some more shorts throughout I'm going to be uploading a lot of shorts throughout the month. Right now, I'm working on Donkey Kong Country shorts. Before the month is over, I'm definitely going to do some Sonic 2 shorts because November 24th? Yes, November 24th is the day that Sonic came out. So I'm going to do something with that. And it's a Monday, so I'm definitely going to do a Mystic Cave Monday, but that's a whole other. I'm rambling. But yeah, Legend Number M on YouTube. That's where you can find me.
I love that. And I look forward to that. I hope that you do eventually get Sonic Cross Worlds because I would like to see you stream that at some point. But good stuff. Yeah.
But I gotta get a capture card. When I do that, that's when the modern stuff. That's when I'll start venturing into more modern stuff. But right now, I'm sticking to the retro stuff. I had technical issues with the retro stuff. I was supposed to have content up yesterday, but my computer kind of old. I need a new laptop, low key too. But once again, I'm rambling again. My bad.
That's no problem. That's what we do here at the Big Top Theory Podcast. Rich Kings, you handsome devil, you. Where can people find you when they want to find you to just talk about some good old professional wrestling?
Right here, the Big Pop Theory Podcast.
See that he gets it. He gets it. That's right. That's good stuff. I already said the stuff for me. Big Pop. We're gonna try to get some retro content going on. We'll talk about that after the show. I do stuff for the Unpopular Review Network as well. I want to thank them because they let me use the StreamYard here, so I was able to transfer some. I didn't transfer everything over here, but eventually we're gonna transfer everything up here. I do have my some of my videos that I know I want to use and stuff like that, but I need to upload some of these things. But I want to thank you, gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for watching. We hope that you enjoyed the review, and I hope that you enjoyed Saturday Night Main Event. We'll be back for some more content. I'm trying to find the little exit thing. We're going to hit this because this is our way of saying goodbye. Did it come up? It did. The Big Pop Day Podcast. Thank you for being here, Jeffrey, and we'll see you back for more content, talking about wrestling and content and stuff.